Come on! Come on! Let's go! Finally! I have managed to beat Scarlet before finishing my first playthrough of Stellar Blade, and now I'm here to give you the tips on how you can do that yourself. Now before we get started, I just want to start by saying that Scarlet is not an easy boss fight. Even with these tips and tricks I'm going to give you, you're still going to have to go in and fight and practice before you actually start trying to beat her. Alright then, let's get started with the general tips and strategy to beat Scarlet. Scarlet is very prone to attacks that knock her down and stun her, and we're going to abuse that to our advantage to beat her. The skills that notably do this at the fastest is the shockwave and the crosswave combo and the punishing edge. Both of these attacks are quite fast to pull off, and they leave her in a stun state to give a bit of normal damage in and to pull off another one. So in terms of preparation, you want to focus on getting these two skills maxed out. There's another skill that you can upgrade that would help you a little bit, which is the Tempest Burst skill. The lifesteal upgrade of Tempest Storm can give you additional heal when you damage Scarlet with it and knocks her down at the same time, giving you some time to do some more damage. However, it does cost 4 squares of the burst charge instead of 3 like the others, so you won't be able to use it as often as Punishing Edge. On top of with your preparation, make sure you get as many beta and HP cores as you can. The more you have, the easier it is for you to beat Scarlet, since more HP allows you to survive the massive attacks in stage 2, and the more beta will allow you to abuse knocking down Scarlet for longer. In terms of the Exospine, I highly recommend the Reflex type Exospine, as it makes it easier to dodge and parry and generate beta energy, and the Beta Trance type to upgrade your beta skills and the damage. For gear, I recommend any gear that makes you take less damage, increase your beta charge rate, increase your beta damage, increase your attack speed, and gives you more shields, since Scarlet will demolish your shields, and when your shields are gone, you take even more damage. Now to the actual fight itself. Our main strategy again is to put Scarlet into a stun lock and abuse that stun lock to deal massive amount of damage while she can't do anything back. To put her into this stun lock, we need to get beta energy, and to get beta energy, lucky for us, every time we do a perfect parry, we get a bonus in beta energy, and with the amount of parries and dodges we have to do against Scarlet, we can get that energy super fast. So with that in mind, a massive part of the Scarlet fight is to learn all of Scarlet's attacks and knowing how to counter each one. Learning what Qs means what attack is really important, and getting the practice in to actually pull these parries and dodges off. Unfortunately for us newer players, we do not have the luxury of new game plus levels of health, so really making sure that we take minimum damage is important to us. Now I'm going to actually use one of my runs that I did on my stream to show you all tips and tricks on how to start off the Scarlet boss well, and the cues to look out for which type of attack. First tip is actually quite a simple one. If you do your dash attack as soon as you spawn, the skip button appears sooner and allows you to skip the cutscene faster, as the skip button appears once you hit the second set of stairs. Next, focus on getting perfect parries for Scarlet's opening attack. She always performs these attacks, and the perfect parries is important to build that beta energy. She does 3 attacks where you can perfect parry, and her last attack is only dodgeable. It's very important that you dodge this last attack, as otherwise you'll be hurt and it will make it harder to get future parries. What does that mean? Well, if you dodge correctly, immediately do a dash attack on Scarlet and she will 100% of the time do a red attack, which is all parryable and gives you more beta energy. If you fail that dodge, you can't do that and will miss out on those parries. From this point onwards, in my experience, it is quite random in terms of what is Scarlet's next attack. So this is why it's important to look out for cues and how to parry and dodge each of Scarlet's attacks. We'll get to the cues later, but for now, your goal is now to gain as much beta energy as possible so that your beta gauge is almost full through parries and dodging. Don't worry about attacking too much. Once it is full, start spamming your shockwave and crosswave combo, followed by a dash attack if you're far, or 4 normal short attacks if you're close. As you can see in the gameplay, it is a bonus if Scarlet is backed against the wall, but it shouldn't stop you from spamming if you're not close. You just need to make sure you run in as fast as you can. As well, in this particular run, Scarlet did a really special attack that gives us a blink opportunity, which gives us 3 squares of burst energy, which allows me to mix a punishing edge into the mix and deal massive amounts of damage. She doesn't do this every time, but if you do, you're lucky in this run.
Come on.
Now, keep going until you reach stage 2. In stage 2, she opens with her special sword dance attack, which are all parryable. It is very important to perfect parry all of these attacks since you just used up all your beta energy and you need to recharge them to be able to abuse her stun lock again. In this special sword dance attack, you need to perfect parry a minimum of 5 times, otherwise she'll most likely instant kill you due to our low health for beginning players. A quick tip for her dance, you can count and anticipate when Scarlet will do her final front attack. You will have 6 parry opportunities before she does her final front attack. Count them so you know when she will do that front attack. Why is that important? Well, that is because when she does that front attack, her second attack is really close to her first attack, so you need to be really quick with your parries. Now that you passed that attack, keep doing what you were doing in stage 1, getting beta energy and abusing her stun lock. Be aware though, there are new attacks in stage 2 that haven't been seen in stage 1. It will take some time for you to learn these new attacks as well. Additionally, Scarlet is more, let's say, stable in stage 2. Some of the shockwaves attacks might not stun her, and if you're too late to pull a shockwave out, she will damage and likely kill you before you're able to stun her. Once she gets her HP low enough, she will perform a second special sword dance attack. Do the same thing you did before for the previous sword attack, however for this time, counting her parries is really important. Because after parry 6, she will perform 3 long range attacks. These must be dodged twice. First with the first attack and second with the third attack. Then she'll go with the front attack again, and if you're able to parry and survive all of that, you've won the Scarlet boss fight. Now with the fight done, let's go over some cues and tips to look out for the Scarlet fight. The first tip I have is for the red attacks. She visually has 3 different red attacks, but in terms of parrying and getting the timing of your parries correct, she only has 2. The first one is if her second attack is quite long after her first attack. If it's long, her next 3 attacks will be quite fast one after another, so you will need to parry faster during this. If her second attack is not as long as the first attack, then her next 3 attacks will also be quite spread out, so slower parries will be needed. Also, for all 3 red attacks, once she finishes all her attacks, she will have a little bit of vulnerability room, which allows you time to heal or do some little bit of damage to her. She also has another set of red attacks with just her jabbing you with her sword. The timing between each of these parries is quite consistent, except for the last 5th attack, which does have a slight delay to it. She also has another red attack, which has her spinning in the air. In this attack, she splits it into 2 sections, 3 attacks in section 1 and 4 attacks in section 2. The timing between each attack is consistent, but you just need to be aware of the small delay between section 1 and section 2. At the end of section 2, she also does a whole field attack, which is avoided by dodging. Look out for the purple glow of her sword, and you need to dodge twice to avoid this attack. This red attack also has a Q. When she glows red and jumps directly up into the air, she's going to do this attack. Be aware, this is different from an attack where she doesn't glow red but jumps up and backwards and sends 3 long range attacks. All 3 are parryable. And for this 3 long range attacks, the second and third attack has a small delay, so make sure you have a slight delay when parrying. Another cue to look out for is when she adjusts her hat. When she does this, she's always going to do a parable roundhouse kick with a ground slam attack, which you must dodge. The next cue to look out for is when she pulls out her sword. When she does this, she's going to do 2 parable attacks followed by a wave of whole field attacks. You must dodge these attacks. Look out for the purple glow from her sword, and when you see this, immediately dodge and you'll perfectly time it. You need to do 3 of these dodges to avoid this attack. This next cue is a little more subtle and a little harder to spot. When Scarlet tilts her sword downwards, she's going to perform 2 parable attacks followed by a dodgeable ground slam, followed by a blink opportunity. For this attack, it is very important that you pull off the blink attack, so that you're able to get burst energy to use your punishing edge, which will do massive amounts of damage to Scarlet. The next tip I have is regarding Retribution. In stage 1, Retribution works normal like every other enemy. However, in stage 2, Scarlet is immune to Retribution and will instead counter and attack back when you perform Retribution. The next cue to look out for is when Scarlet glows yellow and then bows. When she does this, she's about to perform her own version of Retribution on us. When you see her sword glow purple, dodge. You will need to do this twice. If you're not able to dodge, you will go through a cutscene which ends with you thrown to the ground, and then she'll ground pound you. In the brief seconds before she does, you can spam your dodge to get back up and perform a repulse when your sword glows purple. And the final tip I have is when you enter stage 2, make sure your health is in a good state. You do have an opportunity before she starts her sword dance attack to heal up, and make sure you have good health before you start your second stage. And that's it for all the tips and tricks I have so far to beat Scarlet before you beat your first playthrough. If I come up with any more tips and tricks, check out the comment section below and I'll keep it updated with anything else I could find. Otherwise, hope this video helps you a lot in beating Scarlet and wish you all the best in getting her outfit.
Come on! Come on! Let's go home finally! Woo! Holy moly me! Woo. Oh my goodness me, jeez you two! Oh my gosh! Oh, Chimera! Camellia!
This has been instructive. I really must be going now. If we meet again, when we meet, how about we share a drink? Just you and I, the moonlight, and our shadows.
Oh man, this feels so good.
Anyway, how do you say goodbye? May your memories
come to Atlanta.
live on forever.
You're so good, Scarlet. Let's go! Woo! Oh my gosh, I actually beat her! Finally! They said it cannot be done! They said you have to finish the game and go to New Game Plus to be able to beat her, to have a chance to beat her. I bet her before finishing the story my first playthrough. Let's go! Woo! Let's go! I didn't even finish the freaking story, man. Oh, yes. Yes, give me the Scarlet outfit. Let's go! And I got Camellia as well. Let's go! Oh, that feels so good. Give me that freaking Scarlet outfit right the hell now.